Hello and welcome to the American Suck Countdown. Well, we're still at war, but all the American public seems to care about is if Jen is with Vince, if Angelina stole that baby, and how Britney Spears got knocked up again so fast. Now that we're in full sucking mode, let's kick off this week's American Suck Countdown.
Number 10.
Leading off, the Sopranos are back on TV after a 2-year hiatus. And you know what that means. Dillweeds across the nation will walk around pretending they're mobsters for the next 13 weeks. I don't think there's anything that sucks more than the Russian guy in accounting saying, forget about it, all day. And while we're on the subject of the Sopranos, a special suck note to Vincent Pastore, the actor who played Big Pussy. Vincent, you haven't been on the show for 7 years. Stop using it as your calling card. In at number 10, people who like to pretend they're on the Sopranos.
Number 9.
Robert Altman was quoted in Vanity Fair saying he loved Lindsay Lohan's performance in his upcoming movie because he, quote, needed the character to sing off-key, end quote. That's not a compliment. That's like saying our friend with Parkinson's disease did an amazing job shaking up this bottle of milk. In at number 9, that never-near balladeer, Lindsay Lohan.
Number 8.
Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes are due this week to spawn the Tom kitten they created in the sexy confines of a doctor's office. According to Scientology founder L. Ron Nutjob, and I'm quoting, babies should be wrapped in a warm blanket and then left alone for a day or so. End quote. Leaving a newborn baby alone for a day or so? Why hasn't medical science thought of that? I think the gay mafia needs to order a hit on Tom Cruise before he does any more damage. In at number 8, the train wreck that is the Cruise-Holmes family.
Number 7.
Look, I'm all for technology, but in at number 7 on the countdown are Blackberries. These little handheld devices are great for emailing on the go, but some people think these things are like an extra frontal lobe they can't live without. Classy Mariah Carey used one to read her acceptance speech at the Soul Train Awards. Even worse, when people refer to them as crackberries. Oh, I get it. You can't stop using it, like crack. Hey, businessmen who use offensive analogies, the only thing you're addicted to is being a self-involved piece of crap. In at number 7, Blackberry.
Number 6.
The Pussycat Dolls hit song, Don't You Wish Your Girlfriend Was Hot Like Me, has been tearing up the charts. I'm sorry, but is this song supposed to make me feel good in any sort of way? Yes, of course I wish my girlfriend was hot like you, but she's not, okay? She's 4'9", happens to be a little overweight, and really likes to nag the crap out of me. In her defense, she works long hours. Unlike you guys who sit around all day writing songs that rub people's faces in dog urine. Hey, I got a new song for you. Don't you wish there were songs that didn't remind people of their miserable lives? In at number 6, those bitches, the Pussycat Dolls.
Guess Who Sucks?
And now it's time to play Guess Who Sucks? We give you 3 sucktastic clues, and you have to identify the sucky. Here come the clues. Number 1. He was co-host of such memorable televised diarrhea as Gladiators 2000 and Click. Number 2. Dick Clark's stroke was a career boost for him. Number 3. And no matter what anyone says, we guarantee you, he's as straight as Tom Cruise. If you guessed Ryan Seacrest sucks, you guessed right. The host of American Idol and way too many other shows defies all laws of reason by having a career in which he makes more than minimum wage. Now, let's get back to the countdown.
Number 5.
Country hunk Tim McGraw released a second album of greatest hits last week. You heard me? A second album of greatest hits? How did this guy merit one album of hits? And all this from a guy who never lets people see the top of his head? Tim, we all know that you're balder than the edge under that 50-gallon disguise. Sucking the music out of you at number 5, Tim McGraw.
Number 4.
In at number 4 is somebody I've been waiting to pummel for a long time. M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. The director of The Sixth Sense, this guy's got a new American Express commercial he directed where he's daydreaming and then looks annoyed when a waitress comes over to tell him what a genius he is. Hey, M. Night, enough with the self-aggrandizement. You've already got a bunch of movies on the shelf at Blockbuster that remind us you're a film director. Next time you make a commercial, just do what you really want and have the girl bow down and start, well, you know. Then you won't be the only one in the ad who sucks.
Number 3.
The latest edition of The Bachelor Paris, released some shocking news. Travis Stork and Sarah Stone, who found love on the dating series, have called it quits. Other surprising news making headlines? Cigarettes cause cancer. Oil and water don't mix. And George W. Bush lied his way into the Iraq War. That's a huge no-duh piece of news from The Bachelor. In at number 3.
Number 2.
Touchstone Television, the makers of Desperate Housewives, and the perfume purveyor Coty Incorporated are teaming up to make a signature perfume linked to the ABC drama. No name for the scent yet, but it's said to have the aroma of yummy mummies with hints of bitchiness. That's the shameless merchandising of an overhyped show at number 2, which is like number 2. The show is like number 2.
Number 1.
And finally, coming in at number 1 on the countdown, Donald Trump has really lost his mind. This year on The Apprentice, he's using his 24-year-old model daughter, Ivanka, for business advice in the boardroom. What kind of wisdom could Ivanka possibly impart? Tips, perhaps, on how to piss off mommy to get more money from daddy? But I guess if the multi-bankrupted Donald can play a successful businessman on TV, then so can his little over-leveraged princess. Well, that'll do it for another edition of American Suck Countdown. I hope I provided you with the preparation H needed to remove these pop culture hemorrhoids we call celebrities. I'll see you next week, Paisan. Now I'm doing it.
American Suck Countdown.